Hello, I'm Alice Jaco. I'm a board game player. I really love Euro games, and I'm scrolling through everything that will be going out at Essen Spiel because I love Essen Spiel. And I'm stopped in games that rules are available. I read them and I share with you what this is about when there is very few information available. So I can share what I learned. And today I learned about Resafa from Vladimír Suchý. So what I do basically is I scroll through this list and I stop on something that seems nice to me. So I love this author, this designer, so I want to play this game, of course. I will play it no matter what. And I go to know more about this game. So this is a game about Vladimír Suchý. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm really sorry. And he's the author of very well-known games, including Underwater Cities. And apparently, this game of Resafa is kind of close from Underwater Cities. And the designer said he was inspired by Underwater City, and he was wondering how to do the reverse of what he did is Underwater Cities with action and cards. So here the main action are on the cards and some bonus action are on the board, and so this should be in the same vein. Okay, so Resafa is taking place in the 3rd century in a desert outpost for commerce, and there will be trade, there will be workshop, gardens, and water canals for irrigation, and this will score points. Okay, basically. The main thing on the game, if I can find an image. So this is an image available of Board Game Geek, just it will be a little less blurry this way. This is not the actual game, this is a visualization, so that's why it looks fake, because it is. So in this game you have this kind of action cards that you will play in front of you, a little like in Kutnawa that was released last year. So everybody has 6 identical starting cards which look like this, and there are 6 of these cards. I shuffle a deck and draw 3 of them, and I will have to play 1 of them in the first spot, then everybody will play, then a second one in the second spot, then a third one in the third spot. Each time they draw back a card. This is the first rune, then this card go face down, and we play then another rune with the card remaining from our hand, and we do that 3 times for a total of 6 runes, and this is the game. So the main idea of the game is that when we are playing this card, we are doing 2 things. We are doing the main action right on the top of the card, so the orientation give what action we choose, and it also give which color we choose, because the action is associated with a color, and this color will enable us to have some bonuses that can enable us to specialize quite heavily, I think, on some of these tracks. So we are doing a main action and a color action at our turn, and then it's the next player. A lot of bonuses allow us to do extra things at our turn. The main actions there are 4 of them. The first one is trading on this map, so you can travel with your camel and exchange goods for other goods or money or things, and settle outposts there. That will give you merchant on your player board, that will give multiplicative points for every criteria at the end of the game, depending on where you placed them. You can build workshop there, so workshop will allow you to produce more for the production action, and this will give bonuses when you will build garden. So production and garden are other main actions. You can build canals there, so when you are building canals, this will score you points immediately, and you have to spend something, and sometimes you will win some bonuses, and at the end of it's 2 runes, so 3 times in the game, you will score and may score extra points with rain scoring, and at the end of the game you will have points for having building a lot of canals. Your available tile are in front of you, and that's it for the main action. There's one main action which allow you to do one more color action. So the color action are in fact quite simple. You have three options. The first one is you draw a sack card. So a sack card is a little bonus like gain 1 coin, exchange the 1 coin for 2 stones, something like this. So it's, if you don't want the other things, you will take a sack card. The other thing that you can take is one card of the color you played. So if you played a pink card, you can take a pink bonus card. This card will go up into your hand. You can have maximum 5 cards in hand, including the action card. So you will have to play them at some point. This is a one-shot card, so once you played it, you just remove them and that's it. And this will give you different bonuses. Okay, so other action, mainly you can repeat some action or have extra things or some action you are doing. Here this card is advancing on the color track. So this is the last option for a color action, is advancing of on its color track. So if I play pink, I can move my cube on the pink track one spot. And this will allow me 3 times to unlock cards. These are major cards that are big benefit, big bonuses. So there is 3 color of cards. Each card has its specialty. So the yellow card will replace your starting cards for actions with better actions. So it can have improved action, and they are all multicolors. So you can choose which bonus card you take or which track you move on when you play them. The white cards are immediate action, so mainly the main action of the game that you are doing them again. Blue are permanent bonuses when you do certain things, and pink are bonuses for the end of the game. You have a limit on this. You cannot have several of the first 3 in the level 3, so you can have only on this card on level 3, and okay, so there is some limits. When you take a card, there is a little thing that one card is visible from the level you are planning to do. You can take this card and then you will have 1 extra point and 1 coin, and if you don't like this card, you can choose any card you want from the deck, but then you don't have these bonuses. And that's it. So that's the 3 color action. Move up this track to have these big cards that will stay on your board and won't count toward your limit of 5 cards. Take these bonus cards that will give you small advantages whenever you want, and take a sack card to have little resources and things if other things doesn't suit you. Okay, so we brought across the main action, we see the color action, and this is the idea of the game. So we are playing like this 6 times, so 6 times 3 cards that you choose differently. Each 2 rounds you are doing rain scoring, so here we are placing canals. Each canal placed will reward you with 1 point for each rain phases, plus bonuses for certain tiles that are better and will give you extra points, including water tanks that will give you a lot of extra points, but you need to do quite a lot of things to unlock them, and it's kind of expensive. And then if some of these water cube were linked previously, they will go down through the river, and when you have a direction canal with several directions, you can choose where they go, and they will make the tiles that cross score again. At the end of the game, you have an extra scoring. So here is a reminder of what you will score. Basically, on your board, you will have this kind of merchant here on the main plaza. This little token will be merchant there, and when you filled this line, this row, this will give you extra scoring. For example, if you fill the first one, this will give you 3 points for each garden. The second one only have 1 merchant, so it will be 1 point for each workshop, and the third one will give you 2 points for each canal. So this way you will have extra points depending on the specialization, and some of these merchants have a scarab on them, and this will give points, so from 2 to 16, depending if you have 1 to 5, and this will score points. Then you will score you end of game pink cards that you have. So the pink card, the pink color card major will be score points at the end of the game, depending on some criteria most of the time. Then some of the other cards have points on them, and every unused bonus card and thing like this will be 1 point, I think. You will score for remaining resources, so trading resource will score 1 point, and minor resource, which are coins, stones, and bricks, will reward you for 1 point for 5 of them. And then you are looking how many canals you built, and if you build 7 you have 15 points, if you build 3 you have 5 points, and if you build 5 you have 8 points. So, okay, so points for nearly everything, and the other thing will score during the game. Mainly workshop can produce goods and points. Okay, so I will go with a little more detail in some of the action, but this is the idea of the game. Okay, so more detail in some action. Workshops. So when you are building a workshop, you will choose one of the available workshop. At first you can only build a level 1 workshop, and at some point you will be able to build level 2 workshop. In any case, it costs you 1 coin and 1 stone. To build level 2 workshop, you need to be at least at the 3rd round, and you need to have 2 merchants. So this is the first 2 merchants that you are placing on your plaza. They are not yet contributing to multiplicative scoring, but you need them to have level 2 workshops, and you have to put it there first. So you need to have this merchant will come from having trading outposts, so you need to have done some trade. When you are building workshops, you will pay so what they cost, and you will place them in front of you like in a checkboard. Okay, so you will alternate between workshop and garden, so you have place it as you want, but in this kind of position, and you can turn it upside down if you want, as you want, because this connection position will have an importance for garden. When you build them, you have a choice. Either you put it front up, so this will enable to produce some goods that you will need to build things and to trade things, or you can put them on the reverse phase, and then this will produce points but allow you more production. So if you have already a lot of workshop producing what you want, putting a new workshop there allows you to produce more, and an option for points. So this go of course with the production of action. So this was the constructor workshop action, and there is the production. Okay, so we were on the production action. So the production action, when you play this, for example, here this is a production action. Every production action allows you to produce in 2 different workshops. So you are choosing 2 of your workshops, and you are choosing one of the options there, because some workshops have 2 different options. You cannot produce 2 of them in the same production phase. So for basically you are choosing 2 different workshops, but for each reverse side workshop you are choosing 1 more. So here there is 2, so you can choose 4 of them, and you choose 4 production and just apply them, not twice on the same tile. There is some bonus card which allow you to do 1 production extra at any time, including when you are not producing, and in this case you can produce in a spot that you already produce in this turn, but never by upgrading the basic upgrade action, production action. Okay, so you will produce things, and this will give you resources. So with the workshops goes the gardens, so that's why you are putting it in alternate position, because between them you can build this garden. Garden comes in 2 sizes, so you can build a small garden for 1 stone, or a big garden for 1 stone and 1 coin, and this will link some of this reward position that you put before on the workshop. If you put a workshop on a garden, you won't gain the reward, but if you put a garden on a workshop, you will gain the reward. So when you are connecting these kind of things with a garden, you will score, you will win the bonuses, and if you are still building on the same garden, you will gain them again, and you will gain things to complete garden. Okay, I will show the example that on the rules. The rules are really well illustrated. There is example for everything. So first garden action, you build a small garden, you put it there, so you will win 1 coin and 1 stone, and because these are linked. If later on the game you build an extra workshop and you build another garden there, this will link 2 coins as a new connection, but you will also do again the unchain the previous connection, so you will score 3 coins and 1 stone, and then you have completed 1 total garden, so you will be able to move in color specialization, the things that give you the big cards, once. This depends of how many garden you already built. If this is your first complete one, you advance from 1, but if it's your 4th, we'll advance 2 steps on any color track, and you will win 4 victory points. So a lot of garden, a lot of bonuses. Okay, that's it for the garden. Then we have the canal construction. So when you are building a canal, you can choose any tile in front of you and put it anywhere on the board. You just have to pay the cost of the tile. Some tiles are most costly than others, and some positions have reduction of extra cost that will modify the cost, and some position will also have bonuses. When you go on them, you win a little bonus tile that was put in the beginning of the game. I lost my page here. Sorry, my computer is slow. Hey, you can have this kind of bonuses on the map when you put it in front of it. The connection doesn't matter, you just have to orient it up in the right side. So if you orient it in the right way, that things are written in the same way than the others, you will always have this vertical crossing, and this horizontal crossing will only be used for the rain scoring, which is not mandatory. So we will see later the rain scoring, but you will put there this on the map. You will score points according to what is written on them, and if you connect one water cube on the side, you will put it on the tile to remember to move it later. You don't have to respect any connection to build anything, you just put it wherever you want. And you can maybe build some water tanks. So water tanks are the same as the tile of your canal. So on the reverse side of some of the canal tile, you have a water tank. You have 2 of them. So if you want to build one, you need to keep these tiles. And when you build, to be able to build this, you need to have at least 2 complete garden and at least 1 desert outpost built. So you need to have already done some things. Then you can put a water tank in one of these spots. That will reward you for quite a lot of points, and we score also a lot during the rain phase, and it's quite expensive. Okay, so that's it for water. We will talk again about water when we are doing the rain scoring. Then the last main action, I did not talk about an extra color action, but you can do one main action is an extra color action of the color of choice. You can trade. So when you trade, you have a camel on the board, on the center board somewhere. So here you have 1 camel which is moving city to cities, and he have goods on him. The number of goods that you can stock on your camel depend on your camel track. So when you win the camel, you will move up on your caravan track, and this says how many things your camel can carry. So you will move it from cities to cities by this road. So you choose, for example, I want to go from there to there. I'll cross 2 roads, so it will cost me 2 coins. I'm going through Resafa when I'm doing this, so each time I'm going to Resafa, I can exchange goods from my camel with goods from my stock. So I can take good from my stock to go somewhere, and then I will do 1 exchange. So the exchange are quite easy. It's right here on the tile, in fact, what you can do. So for example, if I'm doing an exchange in a city which have this tile, I can pay some of these bags to have 1 coin and 5 points as many times as I want. And if I'm doing this at least one time, I will have 1 extra coin. There is a second exchange available. I choose only one of them each time I go there, which is buying amphoras for 2 coins. This is in color, this is in white, because this is at a better trade. You have a better deal with this, and once you done this card, you will flip the card, and then the better deal will change row. So the one which was less good become better, and the one you just took become less good. At the same time, when we are doing this, and this is not mandatory, but you can build trading base. So this is a trading outpost in the desert. You need 1 stone and 1 coin, and you will put it on up. The important thing is this is how you fill your plaza with merchant. So you choose on the spots that you are in, one still available spots. You have to pay. You take the tile on it, which is either just a square or a scarab, and sometimes you gain a reward. For example, here in the second space, we'll have 1 sack. You take your little merchant that you just the tile that you taken from the spots, and you put it on your board. The first 2 have to be in the first 2 spaces, and this is what enable you to do level 2 workshops, and the other one will improve scoring for garden, workshop, and canals at the end of the game, according to how many of these things you put in the right row. So this is the trading action, and then I think we saw all of the action. We play like this until everybody play 3 cards. So if it's in an odd round, each time you play a card, you draw back a card, and then at the even rounds, you only have 3 cards at the beginning of the game in your hand. So you will just put 3 of them on the board, and that's it. So when you play the color action, you may have taken these bonuses card. At the end of the game, they are at the end of each round they are renewed. So everything is thrown away and draw new cards depending of which round you are in. The first player go round, and then we go to the next round. At the end of each event round, so when everybody plays a sixth card from their hand, there is a rank scoring phase. Okay, so 3 cards, rank scoring, 3 cards, rank scoring, 3 cards, rank scoring, and then end of the game. When we are doing rank scoring, the first thing we are looking for is for all of our canal tile. They'll all score 1 point, no matter what they are or anything, plus eventually the blue symbol on them. This kind of symbol of points. I didn't say that, but yeah. So this is score that will happen during rank scoring. And then there is some move of the water drops here. Okay, so the player who connected the cube will be able to move it through one of the possible passes. It doesn't matter if it's not connected. What matters is that an exit exists from the tile, and for every tile it crosses, the tile will score again. So 1 point per tile plus the bonus points. Water tanks do a lot of points, so I'm guessing that when you have a water tank, you want to be able to move cubes through them. And as is the player who connected the cube, of course, who chooses where it goes, of course he will take what is interested for him. Okay, so that's it. There's 3 of these rounds, and then at the end of the game I'll already explain the scoring, but basically you are scoring point for your merchant there, that will be multiplicative scoring, plus the scarabs that will give you big points if you have 5 of them. The pink card that you can have from the color cards will score you big points according to certain criteria. Other cards will score you plain points, and the things you still have will score you points, and point for canals. And that's it. So this is Resafa from Vladimír Suchý. I'm very curious about playing it because he did a lot of good games and a very great game for sometimes. This is supposed to be very close to Underwater Cities, which is one of the most liked game around me. It's not my personal favorite of this author, but it's still really strong. I have a little I'm a little reserved about how interactive this may be. There is some displays that you have to choose from, that you have to go there before the others. There is some timing action and some timing question when you are trading, if you want to do one trade before someone else and then flip it to change the rates, so maybe it will be more interesting for you and less for him. But I feel like it will be very heavily on how you are doing things as best as you can on your player board. I think this really looks like a nice puzzle, and I really want to play it. I will play it anyway, but I'm not sure this will be my favorite because of this. I haven't played it yet. I want to play it really. I think this is not easy to do things well. It's presented as kind of this a heavy game in the same difficulty more or less that Underwater Cities, that is very ambitious and things like this, but the rules are really easy to read. There is a lot of examples and it really helps. I think the actions are linked between them just to trick you enough to make you want to be able to do the most of them, and this won't be easy. I don't know how much this will be very constrained. These constraints will a little force you to do a little of everything, or to have at least this many points there. I need to see how many liberties you have in the game, and this should be brought by this specialization with color actions that will give you some cards specific that will give you better action and better things. So I really need to play it, and I'm impatient to play it at Essen Spiel because it will be really there in October, and I'm really impatient to go to the Spiel. Okay, that's it for me for today. See you, and I will probably do some more of these reviews, and I think I will soon, maybe 1 month before the fair, do some overview of a lot of game, or a list of hype or something like this, maybe, if you're interested in that. So please subscribe and see you later. Bye.